Hey, it's Dr. Fred from Elite Coaching. I'm with my great brother, brother from another mother and from another country, Roberto Monaco, fellow Italian, Brazilian. We do so many things together. You just put a video out of you interviewing me, and now I'm interviewing you. So
yeah, by the way, go to carryspeaking.com, the blog session, and go watch Dr. Fred delivers gold after gold after gold. The interview has been shared everywhere. So thanks so much, buddy, for sharing your wisdom with us. Thank you.
Thanks, pal. And I have a question for all of you listening out there. Have you ever looked in the mirror and you said, you know, I thought I'd be further along in my life than I am now? Have you ever felt you have that feeling that there's something bigger inside of you that needs to come out, even though you're successful, but you feel like there's something more. There's something more that wants to come out. There's a space in there that needs to come out of you to express your purpose on a higher level. And if you felt that, and if you've looked in the mirror and felt that or said, I thought I'd be somewhere further along than I am now, then you're not the only one. We've all felt that. Wouldn't you agree?
100%.
And it's for that reason that we're giving our annual seminar on October 25th, 26th, Newport Beach, California. And the whole theme is growing yourself and your life from the inside out. And the reason that I chose this is, you know, when I got into coaching, hey, you know, we all go through an evolution, man. I struggled, and you have goals, and you have coaches, and you run into these challenges, and you own your own business. Yet really what's the most important thing? We have this purpose, and it's an evolution over time. And really what it is our consciousness, our mindset has to raise to the level of our vision. So our mindset and systems, when our mindset and our systems are where we're at, that's why we don't have a vision. It's like we're 4 feet tall, we're 6 feet tall under a 4-foot glass ceiling, and we see everything we want on the other side, but we don't know how to get there. It's like, man, you want Windex, you're spraying it, you're trying to get through that glass, and you wonder where you're at. And I found that when we can raise someone's consciousness, clear those limiting beliefs, identify them, clear them, and help you get to that next level, first in consciousness and mindset, then you can do the systems, and all of a sudden growth becomes a vacuum. And this is probably the most powerful thing in anything, in any growth, in any vision, Roberto, which is why I asked you to be one of the speakers there, would be able to take people's consciousness that want to go through the experience, that are ready to say, hey, that place where I want to be at, I'm ready to go right now. That feeling that there's more in me, I'm ready to feel that and express that right now. And so you're going to bring, you know, the gold like it's not even gold, man. It's what it is. It's like universal dust. Much more miraculous and valuable than gold.
I appreciate it because when I speak or what you said before, when you elevate yourself and you plug into the system, everything elevates overall. And so true, because when I was working in my previous career with a big motivation speaker that starts with a TR, the huge guy, right? Was fascinating. My second role in the company, I was training people, and we had the system. So here's the script, here's how we close, here's how we do things. And it was fascinating that I used to go to the same city, right? Same market, selling the same event at the same pricing point, at the same companies, everything the same, at the same system. So technically, everybody could be produced at the same level. And literally, it was like clockwork. I had 2 or 3 guys producing 4 or 5 times more than others. And I'm like, how? You work for the quote unquote, the biggest name in personal development, or at that time, right? Or probably today still. And like, how is that possible? Because exactly what you want to deliver an event, because some people, they are not there, you know, emotionally, spiritually, physically, the mindset's not there. So they try to plug the same system, and unfortunately, they don't generate the same results. So I love the theme of growing yourself and growing your business. I was just, as you start talking about, I just wrote this thing down about problem solution change. We always go right now. One thing I know about you, even though I don't know who's watching a video, you have a problem. I just know. Maybe you have more than one problem. Could be maybe you have 10 problems. I know. How do I know? Dude, I know you have a problem. Yeah, somewhere along your life you have a problem. And the idea is that you have a solution, then you're gonna change or create another problem, right? And the best example, the guy is overweight. Problem. Solution, lose weight. Create a change. I lost 100 pounds. What gonna do? Right? The change, create another problem. Gotta buy new clothes. And the cycle never ends. And the cool thing about going to events like elite coaching is that you have that psychology of just looking forward to it, of embracing that, right? It's just like you start operating at a different level. I was watching an interview with Kobe Bryant, the Mamba mentality, right? I love basketball and analogies. And I got this from Kobe. It was fascinating. And this is like recent interview. He said that when the best players, they lose a game, they get really pissed, right? Really pissed, and some of them stay there. And he conditioned himself to actually, I mean, literally losing a game or losing a finals, to get really pissed fast. And then he conditioned himself. He learned how to genuinely get excited about it, which is kind of in a very weird way. He got excited because he lost. Why? Because he knew, like, man, I can't wait, because if I lost, there's a reason I'm losing. Because one area of my game is not good enough. One area is not outstanding. So I am excited, actually, looking forward to improve the area. In a very sick, weird way, guys losing, get pissed off, right? And then I'm like, man, I'm fired up. Why? Because I lost it. Therefore, there's a whole new level for me to tap into it. And I genuinely felt. And the feeling of excitement, of awareness, of potential, of possibility, of a vision, of him becoming better, like, that's what drove him to be one of the best. And I love that. So I love that you're doing that, bud. And I'm super grateful. I want to talk about something which I feel is relevant to anybody, regardless if you are a chiropractor, if you're a CA, if you're a leader, if you're a coach. I will talk about the art and science of charisma. And charisma, I define charisma as the innate power, right? That means everybody has charisma, to attract, right? People are like, what is that? Engage. So now people want to know more, and influence people. That's the idea. And tell me one person that doesn't want to do that, right? Ethically.
Right.
To attract more people, right? Because attract is like, okay, I got your attention, but then if you're not good, right, you got to engage. Then you engage, and then you what? Then you influence people. And every profession, so we talk about the art and science of charisma, and the cool thing, how I tie back to the theme of the event of like growing yourself, is because it's really hard to be charismatic if you have a bag of limiting beliefs, of fear, of uncertainty, of doubt. If your values are not aligned, it's really hard. Because one of the characteristics of charismatic presenters, one of them, is that they're super present. And when you're communicating to one person, one thing I know about you, you're going to talk to people with one patient. I hope that you talk to thousands of them. If you're a camera, you got to be present. And it's really hard to be present if you have a little chatter in the back, little voice. I'm being judged right now. I'm not that good, whatever the conversation is. So that's exactly what we're talking about, how to use the art and science of charisma so that you can increase your influence.
Isn't that amazing? Because now, hey, you're the expert on one-to-many. And, this is why we work so well together. Our patient management system, we use similar tools, right? And I teach people how to do it one-on-one. You're one-to-many.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come from a very similar background. So, but what we teach, like when you go to our boot camps, it's all mindset. It's how to empower people. So if you want to empower people, now if you're a chiropractor, You want to empower people. You want to change the way they live their life. So if you want to empower people, you have to come from an empowered mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fear-based mindset, not I hope they become a patient, not I'll take them for back pain and I hope they do this, right? You have to come from an empowered mindset, and many times that is a skill that you develop.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we make a guarantee. You can grow 30 to 50% after going to the boot camps in 90 days. Now here's the secret. Nobody makes that guarantee, but you know why we make that guarantee? Yes,
so you get the results.
The communication principles, but it's not even that, because that's a boatload of information. It's the mindset consciousness shift that you go through, that they learn they apply the communication skills later, right? But it's because of the whole mindset shift, boom, their practice grows the first week they come back.
That's beautiful.
Mindset first.
So one of the things I'll be talking about in my class, it ends 100% tie into mindset, is that when people think about charisma, they think it's just one type of charisma. Like, oh, I see this guy, this girl on stage yelling, loud, moving, and that's not true. And I did an exercise recently in a group. I said, write down one person that you think is charismatic. And I had a lot of people in the room, and so they wrote to say, give me one characteristic of that person. So I hear all different things. So the cool thing about charisma is that once you understand what it is and how you can increase your own charisma, you don't have to lose your own style. You don't have to adopt someone else's style to be more effective. Right? And that's I'm super excited to be sharing in the group Elite in October. It's going to be awesome. And the science of charisma tell us that charisma boils down to presence, meaning that you're super present in your communication, so you don't have a chatter, you don't have limitation, you don't have fear. You have warmth and empathy when you communicate, and when you speak, when you talk, you give the impression to your audience of one or many that you have the power to impact things. So we're going to be talking about how we accomplish that in a communication, either one-on-one or video or doing groups.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome, man. And you always, every time you speak, people are in a different consciousness. Now, I want to also mention a couple things, because it's in California. So people on the East Coast, God, it's all the way over there, right? So what's your return on time? Well, how much time are you spending without the right mindset? How much time is that costing you? Right? You can basically take your whole team for $495. Well, it's the money and it's the flight. And what's it costing you to stay at the mindset that you're at? How much time will you save when your mindset goes to the next level and you learn how to create 8 out of 10 lifetime patients? What would happen to your income, to your patient commitment when your conviction is way higher because your mindset changes? So when you look at time and money, what's the return you're getting now versus what's the cost you're paying now versus what would the return be when your consciousness goes to a new level? So this is going to be a mindset summit. We're going to have Roberto, Chris Zano, Joe Borio, Selena Moon, myself. And this is not going to be a chiropractic seminar. This is straight take you to a whole new level of consciousness, inside and out, that you will be different when you go home on Monday.
And in the cool thing, the cool thing about you, Dr. Fred, I do, as you guys, some of you know, I do events only for chiros, and I also do events for other industries. And it's really powerful that you welcome other people too, because I'm telling you, in my experience, when you start sharing, collaborating with other industries, you create a whole new level of energy, because if you just stay in a chiropractic bubble, sometimes everybody thinks the same. And when you start networking, learning, seeing that other professionals, how they market, how they change their mindset, how they sell, how they influence, how they present, how they manage systems, and how they think about their business, how they think about life, I think it helps elevate everybody. So it's beautiful that you are doing that. You're bringing diversity. So I love that, but I truly do.
Yeah, we are bringing the general public into this. So I'm, we're going to be having regular people in there too, because, hey, we all need to go to the next level of consciousness.
I love that.
So anyway, hey, love you, man. We'll see you there. You're always a massive contributor to what we do. Attend this Mindset Summit, and we'll have a link on this. Click on the link below. Get registered. Get it done now. Save that weekend. You will be different. Your life will be different on Monday when you do this. All right. Love you, brother.
I see you. Love you too. Bye-bye.